Namaskar. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to everyone. Tomorrow is Ganesh Chaturthi, so I'm wishing everyone a very happy and prosperous Ganesh Chaturthi. Now, today my discussion is about exaltation planet in Kali Yuga. So, before I start, I want to show one dictum from Deva Keralam. That's Chandrakala Nari. That's a Nari Sutram actually. So, let me read it out so that, like, it is, I set the context. Absence of Raja Yoga. According to sage Garga, one born with three exalted planets will not beget Raja Yoga unless there is a planet in simultaneous debilitation. So that means if you're born with three exalted planet as per Sage Garga, without any debilitation in your chart. So, for example, it's actually by this he means to be a Nijvanga. So, like Venus in Virgo and Mercury is also in Virgo, Mars in Cancer and Jupiter is also in Cancer. So, if only there is a simultaneous debilitation in your chart along with exalted planet, then only it will beget you Raja Yoga. So if you're born with three exaltation planet or even four, see this one verse is there from Devakeralam. It is mentioned that four planet in exaltation sign will usher in abject poverty. Now this is absolutely correct. Why? Because see, I've come like when I started seeing charts and I was studying astrology and everything. So we were studying about the exaltation planets and everything. But when I practically was getting the charts, I found that key people with debilitation, people with placement of planet in own sign, they are actually doing nicely. They're doing very good. Rather, people with multiple exaltation points, they're suffering in their life. Why is this so? So let me show one example. This is Lord Rama's chart. So as you can see in the Lagna, there is a Gajakesri Yoga, an exalted Jupiter with moon. Fourth house has got the seventh lord, Masita, exalted. That's the seventh lord. Saturn is exalted. Seventh lord, there is Mars, exalted. So that means he's also Mangalik. Mars exalted. Ninth house, you have Venus exalted. The ninth lord is also exalted. So ninth house, you have Venus exalted. Sun is exalted in the 10th house. He was a king. Sun is exalted in the 10th house. Mercury is there in Taurus, and this Rahu and Ketu in Gemini and Sagittarius. So this is a chart which is very commonly found in many classic books wherever the author have explained about Lord Rama's chart. So Lord Rama was Lord Rama. He was the avatar of Vishnu ji. But even he has to be like 14 years in the forest. There was many struggle he has to take care, and he has to fight, he has to struggle, and he has to the entire life he has also being a king, he has to suffer poverty and disgust and but he could through his principle wisdoms and his mightiness, he again came back as a king back to his kingdom. But my point is, he is Lord Rama. So in Kali Yuga, you will not have Lord Rama. So one more chart, let me show you. Oh, just a moment. So this is a chart of a Jatak. As you can see that the Mercury is exalted in seventh house, seventh lord exalted in seventh house. You have Saturn exalted in the eighth house with Venus in his own sign. And Rahu Ketu, as per some school of thoughts, they are also exalted in Taurus and Sagittarius, this Scorpio. In the ninth house, 10th house, there is Jupiter in its own sign making a Gajakesri yoga with Moon, and Mars is also there. So in Navamsha, Jupiter is exalted. So practically, all are very, very strongly placed in the chart. But this gentleman could not finish his studies. He actually did, like, I think he just passed the class 12, something like that. But then after he started working in some company, very small time job. And so, the struggle, and even he's not married, although the seventh lord is there in the this seventh house. There are many reasons behind it. But what I mean to say is, if your exalted planets are many in your chart and they are not placed well, so for example, if Venus is there in his own sign with Saturn, so Saturn and this Venus, whenever they both are strong, you will have Venus in your life, but you will have it in later part of your life. They have Ketu in the second house. So Ketu normally, as per Nari, it also as per like the normal astrology, everything is like Ketu is a retro planet. So Ketu will come from Scorpio to Libra, and the other planets, Saturn and Venus, their direct planet, they will move towards Scorpio. So that means Ketu will be objecting both Saturn and Venus. So financial as well as profession both has got an obstruction because Ketu is also strong. Ketu is also strong. So whenever you have this particular planet based in a very all are strong. Even Lord Rama chart we have seen is everything is extremely strong. So if you have all the tattvas strong, then it is an extreme chart. If and only if the Lagna Lord is strong, then the person will be having a fighting mentality, and he will be will be achieving success after many struggles, because exaltation means where you exalts, where you have come back from a defeat, or in a boxing match, even if you are lying down, like there is a uh, uh, fight between a very strong competitor, and you are now grounded by his punches, but only you will be known if you can again stand up and again fight and win the match. So exaltation brings and shows that this person is extremely this spiritually, this is a very very good yoga, and this guy is extremely strong, but in all the parameters which will contradict. And in the process, what will happen is, if they are not placed well, if the Pap Khatri, Shubh Khatri, in Kali Yuga, the most important yogas are the Pap Khatri, Shubh Khatri, what is there in your second house. That is very important because planet will land up in the second house. And the aspect of Guru in the, which all planets it's falling, that is also very important. And Nij Bhanga Raj Yoga and the strength of Lagna Lord. So if these are there, then the Jatak will be definitely shining in life. Otherwise, they will be having struggles, as what Devakarilama says in Kali Yoga, with planet, with a person with four exaltation planet and three exaltation planet without a debilitation in a chart, you know. So it's a problem because he need to face challenges in his life. So, my friend, this is not to counter any logic of Jyotish, because I am showing you what the Jyotish classical text Nadi has only given us. That's Devakarilam. So, I am not contradicting the exaltation Rashi's concept here. And neither I am saying that exaltation is poor or weak. Exaltation is strong because where he is the best. Now, imagine, all are very strong. You have a very high ego, as well as you're very high on emotions, as well as you're very high on intelligence as well. So intelligence will not go with your anger or your emotions, and emotions will also not go with your say this intelligence. Ego will also try to destroy it. So that person will get squeezed in a particular this cocoon, and it will be very tough for him to progress in life, unless and otherwise there are good Shubh Khatri and good planets, friendly planets on either side of this particular planet, as well as if there are Guru Vishti on debilitation and exaltation, which is Neej Bhanga Raj Yoga. If only they are there and good dashas are there, then only you will find that this person will be doing good. Otherwise, you will see maximum exalted chart will have serious challenges in their life. So thank you, my friend. And even in exaltation, also few things you will see that those are very good always. Like Sun exaltation is always very good. Mercury exaltation is always very good. Venus exaltation is always very good. But Saturn exaltation, Mars exaltation, then your this this Jupiter exaltation, you will find if the planets are not well placed, these will bring some issues in terms of the practical materialistic aspect of life, which is physical as well as material, may not be spiritual problem, but the other problems. So thank you, my friend. So any any thoughts on this you may share, or just observe the chart, you will find what I want to say. The batch of the 83, 84, 85 like that, then the 76, 77 like that. I think the 99 or 2001 like that. These are the slots when there are many exaltation in a chart. So check it and observe and share me your views. I am not contradicting. It is something which is there in Chandrakala Nadi, which you can find in C.S. Patel's book, Nadi Astrology. Thank you and have a nice day and a happy Ganesh Chaturthi to everyone.